So my name is Agnes Pietersen, and this is my video interview to be an onboard photographer with Princess Cruises. Okay, so I'm 28 years old. I'm a South African citizen. I was born in Maseru, Lesotho, and I grew up in South Africa and also in Southwest London in England. I finished my high school career in Namibia after doing about 7 months on a student exchange program in Cordoba, Argentina, where I learned to speak Espanol. After high school, I decided to take a gap year, and I returned back to England and worked as a street fundraiser for a whole lot of different organizations, from Amnesty International to Children International to WaterAid and Oxfam. And although it was one of the most challenging things I'd done in my life up till then, it was also so rewarding, and it taught me so much about myself and the world. I feel like I came home as a global citizen and with this renewed faith that every single person has the capacity to make a change in this world. After that, I studied at AFDA, which is African Film and Drama Academy in Cape Town, majoring in acting, and then moved to New York to do a liberal arts degree at City University of New York. I've been back in South Africa for 3 years now since then. And since then, I've been working in the film industry as an assistant director, doing behind-the-scenes photography on sets. I've been working in the non-profit sector as a fundraiser and just freelancing as a photographer as well. And now I am super excited to get onto my next journey as an onboard photographer with Princess Cruises. Okay, so why I want to work on board as a photographer, and especially with Princess Cruises, is because it honestly just combines all of my passions. I love traveling, I love meeting new people, and I love photography. I mean, I consider myself a storyteller, and photography is one of those ways where you can capture moments and really tell a story, especially with this kind of photography. It's people's experiences, and you get to be a part of that and creating really beautiful images for them to take home and remember their journey. And meeting people is also a massive passion of mine because I don't know, I think I'm a really great ambassador for South Africa, but also it's a great way to learn about other cultures without going to all the different countries, just from the people that you meet and the exchanges that you have. And also travel, I mean, I love traveling. I've been traveling since I was a child, so that's always been a really big part of my life. So in terms of my photography experience, that journey really began in Cape Town right before moving to New York. I decided to take a short course in digital photography at the Cape Town School of Photography. And I mean, I'd already had a passion for photography. I had friends that were photographers, but that course really just opened my mind to the amazing things that you can actually do when you are trained behind a camera, from playing with depth of field to get details of certain things to, really fast shutter speeds to freeze moments, or slow shutter speeds to create different sort of effects. And from then on, I've just grown and taken every opportunity to sort of learn and teach myself. And honestly, I do consider myself self-taught. Every opportunity I get, I will take my camera, from different events to family gatherings and staff events when I was working for in the non-profit sector. And okay, so now in terms of my sales experience, so I don't have traditional sales experience as in standing behind a counter and selling things to people, although I'm sure I could do that too. But really what I believe is my biggest asset in this department is the year I spent in England as a street fundraiser. I was tasked with standing in the middle of streets in pedestrianized areas or sidewalks, and after only about 2 days of training, I had to not only stop but inspire people to start a direct debit with an organization. So you're selling yourself, you're selling the organization, and you're selling the idea of doing good and the idea of hope, which a lot of people don't necessarily have. And so yeah, I think I'm really good at sales for that, and that experience has really just changed my life completely. And actually, one of my favorite lines to sort of stop people, especially the really serious type with their business suits and look like they didn't even have 10 seconds to spare, let alone 10 minutes, was, "Hi sir, step into my office." And that always sort of broke the ice and created an environment where people felt safe. And I've been thinking about onboard and sort of how to stop people and get them to take photos. And I think my line for that could be something like, "Ma'am, sir, let's get a photo of you in front of this beautiful ship." Okay. So why I think I'd be a good candidate for this job is because I'm really fun-loving, I'm high energy, I'm super enthusiastic, always willing to learn new things. And honestly, I feel like I thrive in situations like this where it's high pressure and you have to get a lot done in a very short amount of time. And I love children. I love the idea of being able to dress up in different characters and create this magical experience for children. And I think my acting will also come in handy at that point. And I really want it. I'm super passionate about the idea and I'd really appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.